and today we're going to be turning this into this. Following up from the last episode, we are trying to get our rubber and plastic production up and running and doing some preparations for fuel generators to increase our power. So we're sitting at about 5,200, give or take. The fluctuation is due to geothermal, so that's gonna be going up and down. So on this one you can see we're currently doing rubber. I'm going to do 5 more on this side doing plastic, and then we're going to do 5 more doing fuel, and then we're going to use the resin to make more plastic and rubber over there. Let's continue with the build. Alright, so this is rubber and this is going to be plastic. Alright, so we've got these 5 hooked up. Let's see, so this is going to be plastic. So we'll do plastic and heavy oil residue, so plastic plus, actually to end, heavy oil residue. Ah shit, no, that's wrong. Heavy oil residue. Okay, we'll copy that one. Alright, so we've got this one line coming off here. This is going to be, should be 300. 300, so 150. I think what I'll do is I'll actually split it up here and run a second line down, just to make the feeding a bit easier. So I think, yeah, let's get this one as close as we can. Alright, so these should be filling up now. Yep, perfect. Alright, so they're pumping out plastic. I was testing these earlier, which is why there's resin on here. Just grab all of these. Is that all of it? Yeah, okay, looks like it. So we've got heavy oil residue coming off here. Let me just check something to see where this... That's actually not bad. We'll stick with this one for now. So we'll see which way the plastic's gonna go, which way the heavy oil residue is gonna go. But the next bunch of 5 refineries are gonna have to go probably over here. Alright, so let's get 5 of these bad boys going out. Right, so this one should get, this is going to get the full 300, so our secondary pipe is going to come off this one, so, oh shit, we're going to have to swap these two. Right, so all of them coming on with their lights. Looks kind of cool. I like it a lot. Okay, fuel and resin. Okay, cool. Yeah, that kind of looks fairly neat. Alright, there we go. So this is plastic and rubber and a little bit of fuel. So currently I'm doing 136 plastic a minute as well as 120 rubber. As you guys can see here, so the first one is going to be rubber to heavy residue, to heavy oil residue. Second one is going to be plastic to heavy oil residue. And then this one over here is crude oil to fuel, and with a byproduct of resin. Resin goes into these bad boys, and they then convert this into additional plastic. Plastics is going to be sent to, plastic's going to go this way. So the plastic combine, and then they go to this truck stop here. This truck stop is currently having all its plastic diverted to this temporary plant where I'm basically just creating, just using up the fuel, creating packaged fuel containers and just having them synced. The reason I do that is because I needed to unlock the fuel generator, which I have done now since this plant has been completed, because I needed some more rubber and I needed more plastic in order to fill that or to complete that milestone. So this is very much a temporary plant. All of this is going to go bye-bye as soon as we have our fuel generators up. So all of this is just so I can consume the fuel coming through these lines up here. That's pretty much it for the rubber and plastic. The thing though is for that one and that one, I'm bringing in an additional 1,200 crude oil. Because I completely overclocked it at 600, and this one's also at 600. So that's going to go over here to more fuel stations or more fuel production, and then I'm thinking of doing an offshore oil rig going out that way for approximately 42 fuel generators rather. That's definitely going to be a project for the next video. But yeah, let me just show you guys around a bit. So we've got our this is our power unit. So we're currently, let's have a look here. We're doing 1,400, but yeah, that additional, that's from the overclocking and the summer sloops I've currently got in the temp area, just to make canisters so I can dump all that fuel. Again, all of this is designed to be walkable, so I think the best place to do this is going to be over here. The road here is for the trucks. They're going to come around from this highway section, pick up the rubber, drive around, and the other vehicle will pick up the fuel, the plastic, and we'll go down this road and go back to my primary base. This is also kind of first time I'm doing this, but it's kind of nice, just so whenever I come back here I know exactly what's going on here. So all the machines have got tags on them to showcase exactly what's being produced. And what I'll do is I'll turn this to night. This is a Sky UI, some mod I added for the game, so I can control the day and night time for making videos. Just makes life easier. And as you can see in the right here, you see I've got lights that's embedded into this blueprint. I'll show you the blueprint on my Discord, so if you want this one you can grab it. I'll show you what it looks like. There it is. So it's basically, it's got a power pole in there, and it's got the lights are embedded into the refinery. And then all you need to do is place this down and just hook up the power. So you've got the extra plastic and the actual plastic production. Again, plastic and heavy oil residue, and this side you can see is producing fuel. And there we go. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It goes top side if you want to, and all of these are connected straight through, so you can just run around here. And the way I designed this fuel ones is basically you could just run the pipe here, but just to make it look more interesting, I added this like water break or concrete funneling, and then the power line also goes around. There you can see the power line. It goes from there and then hooks up to that one. Keeps it nice and neat. And also just did the same for all of these oil extractors. And they all go in here, all 4 pipes. There you go. And then the 2 that I'm diverting for the next part of this build is going off on that side, and the rest of the fuel, or the crude rather, is coming in on this side, going that way, and we've got some crude going this way as well. Right, so let me continue with the second phase of this build, so I can continue using all the oil that I currently have access to in this little region here. Right, these are all producing fuel, as you guys can see. It's obviously going to back up really quickly. But this is producing fuck ton. So we got over 800 fuel coming through on this whole section here. Plus then the 100 fuel coming from that setup over there. So we need another 10, so I'm going to do another 5 down here. Those water extractors are going to be running water pipes along the bottom side and then fed up all the way through here. So I need another 5 down here and 5 down here, and this is to consume all of the resin being produced. That's going to go into plastic, and I'll have a conveyor belt around the plastic all the way back to that one again. So yeah, let me continue and just add those 10 additional refineries in here and do some finish work as well. Alright, so I've pretty much completed the build, the refinery build. I did want to show you guys this. I kind of expanded a little bit on my city, not much. I added these hyper tubes just to make traveling back and forth a lot easier. These are obviously blueprints, and what I'll do is I'll definitely share this on the Discord as soon as the video drops. But yeah, let's head over to the refinery and to show you guys what I did. So yeah, originally for these ones, I did a booster like this originally because I wanted to go really fast. But the problem with this is the booster works 2 ways. So it's obviously going to boost you going that way, so that's quite nice. But as soon as you get back, you're going to be boosted out of here hella fast, and then you're going to have to use the jetpack like I just did to break off, but sometimes you can't. I had this booster over here I had the boost over here, which will accelerate your initial, when you start off here initially. But when you come back, I had those jello pads, so these ones, let me show you. And the thing is, I couldn't integrate it to the point where it looks good and it actually works well. So originally I was gonna do something like this, just have it under the ground, and then have it angled down so you get ejected into this little jello pool. But it didn't work that well, and also didn't look too good. So that's why I changed from this booster one here to having these little single boosters just every now and then. And the way this blueprint works is you can... Actually, let me show you. So let's go to transport, boosters. So the way I've set it up is so you've got this one long segment. I think this is 5 foundations, yeah. And it's got one booster in it. Or alternatively, you can do it without a booster in there. So when you start off initially, you can put a booster in here. You can have 2 or 3 segments not having a booster, so you can kind of like control the speed like that. But the other thing as well, what you can do is if there's single boosters just every now and then, or you can just let it be and it will boost it as fast as you want it to go. All right, let's head over to the refineries. The other bonus is as well, it doesn't immediately accelerate you like crazy, so you don't get that frame rate drop when you just go hella fast all of a sudden. See, this one is actually still a little bit too fast. But there we go. So all I did was, as I get to the end, I just press S to slow down, and I just hold in space so I'll fly up and out. Because you do sometimes crash into this staircase here. So what's the solution for that? I don't know yet. But for now, this kind of works quite well. Let me show you around a little bit. So you've got the vehicles. The trucks will be going around, picking up all the stuff, and then taking it back to wherever. You don't really need to pick this up. I mean, you can put a dimensional depot right here where the rubber and where the plastic's being collected. I want to be able to walk and drive everywhere in my world. So let's imagine you come and do maintenance on these. Obviously, that's not a thing with Satisfactory, but in my kind of like role-play manner of playing this, you need access to the machines. So let's walk. So as before, not much has changed. Obviously, as you can see, I just extended quite a bit. Also got the 3 water extractors in now. So one of them is pushing out this way, and the other 2 is going to do those very, very last refineries. Right. So as you can see, all of this is pretty much the same, going all the way back there. It's just a rows of refineries. All of these are tagged, so plastic. Let's see, we've got yes, a new segment, polymer fuel. So I think this is going to be quite handy if you have to come back here and troubleshoot for whatever reason, or if you just want to figure out what exactly is going on here. So those little tags are going to be quite nice. This is the control center. So here, currently the machine's all off, but you'll be able to monitor the rubber. So once everything's running smoothly, you can actually see exactly how much is being produced by the factory itself, or the refineries. And here's the power switches. So as you can see, currently, what am I sitting on? I'm putting 4,000, and I've only got access to about 5,000, give or take, with the geothermals. So switching this on is not a good idea. You're going to be running out pretty damn soon. So plastic and rubber pulling 1,200 megawatts, and then fuel production is currently pulling, well, not nothing at the moment, but if it's on, it will be just under 1,000. So for me to be able to run everything right now, I'm obviously going to need about another 2,000 watts. So that's why we're going to have the fuel station, or the fuel refinery rather, in the form of an offshore oil rig, probably either over there somewhere or over here somewhere. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, you have vehicle access and foot access, feet access. It's walkable. Let's try what I'm trying to say. Oops, there's a little gap here. So yeah, that's the refinery. Like I was saying, the oil rig is probably going to be over there maybe, or over there. I'm going to have to incorporate a train station, probably somewhere here, with the rails going out that side underneath the bridge. and then heading out. So actually, now that I think about it, I'm probably gonna have the oil rig over there somewhere. But yeah, so rails coming through this side, and then the fuel lines are just below this section here. That's the main fuel coming from this one, and a little bit of fuel coming from 5 of these. These will all be diverted, and that's going to be a total of 900 fuel, so it's going to be quite a bit. And I worked it out to the fuel generators running, and not just normal, no underclocking, overclocking. It's going to be 56 fuel generators, and we'll see what the design is going to look like. I've got something I've done before, something like this. This is from a previous save. And I'll probably be doing something similar to this one, but this one was using packaged fuel and not actual fuel. So I think for the first fuel station, for the first rail station, I'll be running fluids, and yeah, we'll see. I think it's going to be good. I'm quite excited for the next episode. Right, everybody, thank you so much. If you enjoyed this kind of content, please like and subscribe. I've had a few inquiries for Patreon, and that's now open as well, so if you feel you want to support me in my endeavors, I'd be very grateful if you do. If not, just watching the video, commenting, liking, subscribing, all of that stuff will help just as much. Thank you, everybody. Have a good one, and we'll see you in the next one.